We are very excited about the upcoming season. As we've seen over the course of a number of years, there's progress in the OVC. The fact that we've had no attrition in our coaching staffs is very helpful because we can build upon that program. We have sustaining programs moving forward in this league. It's going to be a highly competitive season. I think there's more parity than there has been in past years, so I'm going to be as interested as the next to figure out who the OVC champion is come November.
Instant replay will begin in the OVC this season. Tell us what went into that decision and what the process has been to begin that initiative this year.
The OVC has been talking about instituting replay for a number of years. We watched what went on with other FCS conferences and determined that for this league, the right thing to do is to take a comprehensive approach. Having said that, our presidents were able to identify money through our Men's Basketball Enhancement Fund to earmark for replay equipment. The decision was made by the Board of Presidents in November, and throughout the early winter and spring, we went through the process of signing the agreements and realizing that we had the necessary infrastructure in place to support it. In spring, we bought the equipment, and now we're in the process of having the equipment delivered to our institutions. Our hope is to have the replay equipment delivered by the end of August and to implement replay fully for the start of this conference season.
Nationally, there are some big student-athlete well-being issues in the news, including health and safety and time demands. Can you talk about some initiatives that OVC is taking with these issues?
We certainly want to be very involved in these discussions of student-athlete well-being, and it's part of the fabric of this league over the course of our history. For the past 4 years, we have held a medical summit for our athletics trainers and team physicians to talk about these important issues. We recently concluded a meeting with our athletics trainers as a working meeting, making recommendations move forward through our governance process. Our plan is to get our medical professionals more involved in OVC governance structure conversations moving forward. From a time demand standpoint, our OVC membership voted to adopt a time demands policy to put our institution's student athletes on notice as to the requirements of what it means to be a student athlete. It may sound like a simple move, but making sure that student athletes have a sense of definition each week of what's expected for them is really a positive step forward. Every student should have a right to be able to plan his or her week and take time to spend time with friends, family, study or sleep even if they will, and have some sense of certainty in their schedule. We've also voted as a membership to require teams to take a week off after the conclusion of their season and recommended taking even more time off than that. It's a good first step, and I would anticipate the conference has a more in-depth conversation moving forward about additional things that we can do to create more time for our student athletes.
The OVC has seen continuous growth in numbers with the OVC Digital Network and is once again producing a Game of the Week on ESPN3. Talk about the exposure these outlets provide the OVC and its member institutions.
We know we have good championships products and football products in the OVC. Being able to share them on ESPN3 and through our digital network are crucially important for the health of this league. We need to make sure from a football standpoint that the committee and folks nationally appreciate what a good brand of football we have in the Ohio Valley Conference. Our digital network does a wonderful job of supporting our ESPN3 package. Over the course of our 5-year history with the OVCDN, we've had over 2 million views and produced over 3,500 events. It's such a nice and easy platform for our fans to get access to content. Being affiliated with ESPN3 for the Game of the Week package puts us on a national forefront with the rest of our FCS peers. We have great help with the voice of the OVC and Bob Belvin and Kevin Ingram that tell the story of our student athletes. So together, it's a wonderful package on behalf of this league to make sure that fans of OVC football can get access to our games.
Finally, talk about the opportunity that playing football affords OVC student athletes.
Playing football or playing any other sport in the OVC presents wonderful opportunities for our student athletes. Most of our student athletes get some level of scholarship that helps them academically. We have terrific academic support, which assists the student athletes as they work on their academic endeavors. We have wonderful medical help and training help available to our student athletes while they have exposure to our sports programs. As a student athlete, they get exposure to travel, to wonderful coaching, and just exposure to issues that they may not get if they hadn't participated in sports. The overall experience, while challenging for student athletes to balance the demands of succeeding in the classroom and on the playing field, asks an awful lot. But what students learn as a part of that process are skills that they will take with them for the rest of their life. I'm very proud of the way the OVC handles its balanced approach to student athletes and proud of the fact that we create leaders for life in the work that we do.